the beginning, you know, the Carter Library, we saw the interactions with the King family, the civil rights movement.
Yes.
We saw the visit to the Tyler Pery Studios and all the other things, the Coca-Cola conversation, the health deals, all of those. What do you think is happening here?
Well, if you look at...
how should we interpret this?
If you look at what the president has been talking about in terms of his diaspora plan, and his digital business plan, digital entrepreneurship plan, you quickly discover that all of his stops have been one targeted at that. He's talked about technology. He's talked about STEM, investment into STEM. He's talked about Silicon Savannah partnership. He's talked about the CHIPS program in the United States that he wants to be part of. So all of these things are congruent with his digital business plan for the country.
Right.
So that's congruent. Two, his visit to Tyler Pery Studios is a callback to when he talked about Talanta
Hela and
exactly.
Talanta,
Yes.
you know, all the Talanta programs.
Yeah. So you may not agree with the programs, that's up to you. But in terms of him following up on what he exactly is doing, it's exactly the same thing. In fact, if you look at his trip last year to the United States, which he did, you remember that those are the same things that he was pushing. Now, this is very important because one of the things that President Ruto needed to show us is he needed to show us that these things that he's talking about, online jobs, partnering with all of these things, how serious is he about it? He needed to show the Kenyan people, and he has done so. As to his visit to Martin Luther King memorials...
Sorry, just
yes.
to take you back just a little bit. On that point, put yourself in the shoes of a young creative, a young content creator from Kenya.
Yes.
Guys who grew up, or guys who were watching the rise of Eddie Butita and the likes.
Yes.
Guys whom they saw on the stage.
Actress, yes.
No, all those guys, from Churchill Live to all those guys. And these guys are ruling the digital space right now.
Yes.
Talk to us how impactful it is to see their role models, their guys, the kawaida guys that they relate with, on such a platform.
You know what is very critical with the democratization of technology? And I tell people this all the time. The distance between a Hollywood studio and your phone is getting shorter and shorter. Okay, so this is critical.
Guys, are you listening to that?
Yeah, the distance, the technology between Hollywood itself and your phone is shrinking. Your phone can shoot on 4K if you have 150K. Right. What is most important is two things. One is distribution. In the sense that when Butita, Kate Actress, Crazy Kena, whoever, does their production, other than the platform that is YouTube, how do they get distributed so well that their content is on demand in the United States, for example? So such partnerships and what they do is they do not only give hope to the person who's listening to us at home and wants to follow the path of Crazy Kena and others, but it also gives hope to Butita, Ketakres, Kena, whoever you want to reference, when they go to such studios and they see what state of the art is, and then they can be able to judge what is the distance between them and success. Then you're also not only inspiring them, but also giving them a business plan which they can use. But what is most critical, and this is what I hope happens, is that Tyler Pery Studios should partner with Kenyan content creators to host those content creators on their platforms. Right? We want to see a Butita movie.
That's tremendous.
In Hollywood, right? We want to see, and we have, of course, many Kenyan productions on Netflix, but they are made for Kenya. We want to see them break out.
Crossover.
Exactly.
Crossover hit.
Yes. And that is one of the things when we were working in export promotion that was very important, is to